informational video on making a conference poster for the Connecticut Conference on Natural Resources. This is Laura Cisneros from the Natural Resources Conservation Academy. And my goal for these series of videos is to help you create your own professional conference poster, as well as help break it down into easy, manageable units so that it's not so overwhelming. The conference is a fun and exciting event, and we're all looking forward to seeing you and hearing about your conservation work. Okay, now to make our poster, but first we need the poster template. You can get the poster template either in an email that I sent you or through the NRCA website, which is nrca.uconn.edu. You can then go to the For Students tab, and at the bottom you'll find a link to the poster template, which is right here. Click on that and it will download. Now that we have the poster template, we can begin making our poster. But first, there's two things that we want to maintain the same among all the NRCA posters. The first thing is each poster should have an NRCA logo as well as a UConn logo on it. I also recommend you putting a logo of your community partners organization somewhere on the poster. It could go right here, or really wherever you decide to place it. The other aspect of the poster that we want to keep the same is the dimensions of the poster. You can see the dimensions of the poster by going to Design, Slide Size, and Custom Slide Size. And you can see that I made the poster template to have a width of 48 inches and a height of 36 inches. So when we print these posters, they're going to be large, and we want to keep them all the same dimensions. So we're not going to change this in any way. We're going to X out of here. I just wanted you to see how large these posters would be. The first task is to add a tentative title to your poster. And when you're developing this title, you want to keep three things in mind. The first is to develop a title that's informative as to what you did for your project. The second is to develop a title that's short and concise, let's say 10 words or less. And finally, you want a title that is creative and fun and exciting so that it captures the reader's eye and intrigues them and makes them want to learn more about your work. So let's go ahead and add a title here. You'll also notice that I have various recommendations throughout this template for each section. So for the title, I recommend bold and large font. Right now, we're using 80-point font. If you need more room and need to make this font a little bit smaller, you can go down to 72, but I wouldn't recommend going much lower than that. So let's add a title. Let's pretend I'm doing a project on bat conservation and using bat houses to conserve them in my local community. I may come up with a title such as Bringing Back the Bats, One Bat House at a Time. It's short and concise, informative as to what I did, and fun and exciting. Next, let's add our names so that everyone knows we're the author of this poster. My name is Laura Cisneros. Then, let's add our community partners. You may have one community partner, or you may have multiple community partners. I'll pretend now that I have two community partners. Let's say Joe Schmo and Julia Gulia. You'll notice this is in superscript, so we'll highlight it. And then we'll click Font. And then we'll unclick the superscript box and hit OK, and it'll return to normal font size. So you'll notice that I have a number and my two community partners have a number. These numbers are associated with the organizations that they're affiliated with. And here, Julia Gulia and Joe Schmo will get different numbers because they're going to be from different organizations. If they're from the same organization, they'll get the same number. And to add a number, you can just type in the number, highlight it, and then go to Font and click Superscript. And there you go. So now let's add in our affiliations. First, add in your high school. So I went to Pioneer High School. Then let's add in our Community Partners organization. So Joe Schmo will be from CTBAT.org. And Julia Gulia will be from the really awesome conservation.org. And then again, if we're adding additional organizations, we can add an additional number, go to font, and click superscript, and hit OK. And we're done with task number 1. Still have more questions or need more help? As always, feel free to contact me at laura.cisneros@uconn.edu or by phone. I also recommend that you visit the NRCA website. It's filled with a lot of great information, especially the community projects and past NRCA pages. Those pages have all the posters done by our past NRCA students, and you can get an idea of content to put in your posters, as well as different ways of displaying your content and information. I hope you found this informational video helpful, and we're all looking forward to seeing you and your poster at the Connecticut Conference on Natural Resources.